Let me tell you how this works. Back about 6 weeks ago, you saw, Chairman Redfern, all of you saw this ad on television. About 6 weeks ago, Mike DeWine put on TV an ad with the Twin Towers on fire. You all saw that, right? Well, it's the typical Karl Rove attack machine, and make no mistake about it, Karl Rove's running his campaign. There's no question about that. They put that ad on TV on a Friday. Karl Rove always starts his nasty ads on Friday because they get 3 unanswered days because you can't buy ads over the weekend, okay? Start the ad on Friday. Friday afternoon, we got a copy of the transcript. Saturday, about 10 of us got on a conference call and wrote the response ad. Sunday, we produced the ad. Monday, we're right back up on television, getting back. And you know what else happened about that ad? An enterprising national reporter with U.S. News and World Report looked at that ad because he knows they're up to something. He looked at that ad and he noticed that the wrong tower was on fire. They had doctored the ad, they had added more fire and smoke, as if they have to make the most tragic symbol in our country, in our lifetimes, worse. They doctored it and made it worse. We got newspapers all over the state to write about it, to write editorials. At the same time, as I said, when he started those ads on that Friday, our poll numbers showed we were about 2 or 3 points ahead of Mike DeWine. He did 2 weeks of ads. We were doing 2 weeks of ads in response. We got that free media attention, hitting him for what he did. After those 2 weeks, and ever since, every published poll in the newspapers in this country show us with a lead of 6 to 10 points, and we're going to keep it. But I want to get serious for a moment. I want to talk about something that's very serious about this campaign and about this government and about this country. The Republican attack machine, no doubt, is going to say that Ted Strickland and I are soft on terrorism. They have devoted, there was an article in the Washington Post, they've devoted $60 million to these campaigns in a small number of states. Most of that money, they said 90% of that money will go to attack ads, personal and about terrorism and trying to scare the public. There is a serious security threat to our country from terrorists. We all know that. But this administration has failed to protect our country the way that it should. 5 years after 9/11, the 9/11 recommendations have still not passed Congress. There are today 7 times more troops in Iraq than there are in Afghanistan, yet the Taliban is stronger than any time in Afghanistan, than any time in the last 5 years. 95% of poppy grown around the world is now grown in Afghanistan, and Osama bin Laden is still on the loose. The Republican Congress has voted $25 billion in tax cuts for the wealthiest 1% of people in this country, yet Congress won't pass $850 million, 1/30th of that amount, won't pass $850 million for Homeland Security. They have failed to protect our nuclear plants. They have failed to protect our water systems. They have failed to protect our chemical factories. We tell our grandmothers to take their shoes off at the airport, yet we inspect only 6% of cargo containers coming into the ports in our country, the Port of Cleveland, the Port of New York, the Port of Baltimore. Don't tell me that Democrats can't do better than that.